The time has finally come. Behavior has nerfed Nurse. So let's talk about it. So, I started playing Nurse in 2001 or so, near the end of the year. And at that point in time, Nurse was generally considered fine. People didn't have too many huge complaints against her. But somewhere between the end of 2021 and where we are currently, which is the very beginning of 2023, um, the feelings and overall public sentiment about Nurse has changed pretty dramatically, and a lot of people really, really hate going against Nurse. If I had to guess, I would say it's a couple of things that has led to that. Maybe three things. The first being a couple of popular content creators would do win streaks with Nurse. And some of those win streaks got up in the hundreds. And they were using Starstruck builds to do that. And people didn't like that. The other thing I saw a lot of was, weirdly from Japanese DBD Twitter, was there were several folks on Twitter that were making these videos that were like fastest 4Ks. And they would have a little clock up in the corner, and these builds always inevitably utilized Haunted Ground and survivors seeing and popping Haunted Ground and comboing it with Hex Retribution, and boom, you could just get everyone flat on the ground in, like, I think 45 seconds was the shortest one I saw. And those videos are wildly popular with the Japanese players. Like, you could go on any of those videos and see tons and tons of comments from Japanese Twitter users saying, "Oh, good job, wow, that's so cool, you know, it's so fast, amazing," and just positivity. But then you'd see quote retweets from English speakers that were very much not kind. And people were upset about it, and, you know, I kind of get it. It's kind of an interesting culture divide there, but that would honestly be, that could be a whole entire video all on its own. But anyway, the sentiment in my corner of the DVD sphere is Nurse bad. So behavior has finally responded after months and months and months of people just constantly leaving comments on the forums and on Reddit and on Twitter, and, you know, just constant nerf Nurse, remove Nurse, we hate Nurse. Finally, behavior has said, "We have heard your cries. We are making her blinks no longer a standard attack, a basic attack. Now it is a special attack. And because it is a special attack, anything that triggers off of a basic attack will no longer trigger with Nurse's blink." Now, she can still walk up to you and hit you, and it will trigger. Because that's just a basic attack. But if she blinks into a swing, that is now considered a special attack, and now perks like Starstruck and Haunted Ground and Devour Hope will not work with that. It just won't do anything. Now, I do have some concerns that this means that it will be real easy to hide Devour Hope because of that, and you won't know that she's running it until she's choking you. So that might not be great, but we'll see how it shakes out, I guess. Ultimately, I think this is a good change. I'm generally kind of tentatively excited for this. It might not go as I think it will. I don't know. Theoretically, I think we're getting the PTB tomorrow, so we might get to see sooner rather than later how this shakes out. They're also reworking her add-ons. They're completely getting rid of her double distance blink stuff, it sounds like. Which is good because, quite frankly, her double blink add-ons meant she could go from traveling like half of a map to traveling the entirety of a map, and that's broken. That's really not cool. I personally don't like running distance range add-ons or whatever. My preference is the ones that make the blinks recharge faster. I like that one a lot, and that one doesn't seem to be getting changed, it looks like, so we'll see. They're reworking her add-ons, and you can see on the screen down here in the lower right of your screen the add-ons that they're changing. I don't remember what Catatonic Boy's Treasure is. That might just be new. I'm not sure. I don't remember what that is. I don't know the names of things. Maybe it's not new, but whatever. But they're changing a lot of these add-ons, and the two that we've seen are buffs, so this could be interesting. Could be really interesting. Generally, as a nurse main, I don't see these changes as a bad thing. I do have that reservation about Devour Hope being easy to hide. Because usually killers, the tip-off that the killer has Devour Hope is, oh my gosh, the expose, and then it pops up, and boom, everybody just stops what they're doing, and they go get that hex. So that could, I mean, it is possible these builds will still be viable, just not in the way that we're used to. Like, Starstruck will still work, like, if, you're encountering a bully squad and they're all swarming up on you and you just swing at them while you're carrying someone, that's still gonna count as a basic attack. So these perks aren't going away entirely, but it is gonna hopefully at least stop those 45 seconds and everyone's a slug videos. So hopefully that's good, and I'm excited about that. Like, very tentatively excited. I'm hoping that this means that people will stop DCing against nurses all the time. I really just think a lot of people just don't know how to run nurse very well. In my Discord, every Wednesday we have DBD basic training where we take people who are new to the game or maybe just want to brush up on their skills. And sometimes we have nurse training where it's just like I get on my nurse and I show people how to run nurse and what to do and how to play and make yourself harder to find and, you know, all that stuff. And it's been going really well, and we've had some people say that they've gotten way better at running nurses because of it. So it's not impossible. It is not impossible to run nurse. It just takes practice. And you need to, you know, think outside of the box when you're playing her. The other thing I'm really actually legitimately excited about for this is they're giving her Blink Recharge a new sound effect, because currently maybe I'll try to pull up a video and put a sample in here. Currently the sound is like foot, and it's so quiet. It's so quiet. I can't count how many times I've been like, I thought I had 2 blinks and I only had 1 because I didn't hear the noise, you know. So I'm glad we're getting a new noise. Overall, I'm pretty excited about these changes. Like I said, I'm a little worried that there's going to be some new synergy and some perks might become sneakily more dangerous. But in general, this is pretty good and honestly kind of buffs everywhere else. So we'll see. And I'm glad that they're addressing this. And I hope this is ultimately a healthy change. I do have some concerns about the fact that the player base has just been very, almost violently against Nurse, to the point that I've barely been playing her the last month because people will just straight up DC. And that's not fair to anyone in your party. That's not fair to the nurse. Like, I get hating a killer, but it's not fair to be like, I'm bad at this killer. I think this killer's unfair. I'm gonna leave. Like, that's not, it's not cool. So hopefully that cuts down on that. I don't know, tentatively excited, a little hesitantly worried. In general, hopefully this is good though. Most nurses don't play those really aggro slug builds, so I don't know how much that's gonna really stop stuff, but we're gonna see some new nurse builds come out of this, so that could be exciting and fun. But yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Are you excited about this? Do you think this is a good change? Do you think it's a pointless change? Are you still in the, oh my gosh, we should just delete nurse category? Like, she's too bad, she's too broken, or whatever. Like, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, or in my Discord if you're in there. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this is ultimately for the good, and hopefully this chills people out with wanting nurse deleted from the game. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think, though. Okay. See ya!